pretty special bike check now, people. We got Amaury Pierron's bike here in the stand in the Commencal Muck-Off pits. I'm joined by Maxime, head mechanic here. Maxime, thank you for joining me, mate.
Yep.
Man of few words at the moment. I want to find out a little bit more about Amaury's bike because it's pretty special. We've got a lot going on here. So I think let's dive in. Let's start at the front. What wheels and tyres have we got going? So I see some Schwalbe first rides on there as well.
Yeah, so new tires for this year is like prototypes. We are working on new tires for like 2 years now.
Okay.
And they will come in the market in a brief. And yeah, like those one are working like really well. We work like really closely with Schwalbe since 3 or 4 years now.
Okay, what sort of pressures, inserts does Amaury tend to run?
Kind of no insert on the front. We run insert on the rear, and pressure is about like 1.7 front and 1.8 to 1.9 rear.
Okay, full 29er?
No, mullet.
Mullet on this bike. Very nice. And what wheel sets are we? Is that a carbon wheel set I see?
Yeah, carbon Enve Prototype Wheelset. So a lot of jobs with Enve guys also this winter. So yeah, now we're ready.
And just sort of quick explanation. I know a lot of downhill guys, they'll tend to shy away maybe from carbon sometimes because they don't want, they're worried of them breaking. You guys must have done tons of off-season testing, I presume. Why the choice to carbon?
I mean, a lot of testings, and for reliability, it's good. I guess like you can broke some, but at the end, like if you manage to find the proper tuning and stuff, then it's I guess it's even better than alloy sometimes.
Nice. Right, let's move on. I'm noticing some big old rotors on these TRP brakes here. Is that 220 up front and out the back?
Yeah, 220 front and back. Yeah.
All the braking power going on there.
You never lack some braking. It's like you want always more.
So just if he could go bigger, he'd probably go bigger?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. What kind of pads is he using there? Anything kind of special compounds, anything like that? Or is it pretty stock, like a TRP pad?
Yeah, TRP, pretty stock pads, like the blue ones, regular one.
Okay. All right, nice. Well, look, let's move on to sort of suspension. Obviously, we've got a big old telemetry setup going on this bike. How often will you use telemetry and how much will you keep it on during a race weekend?
We use telemetry, all the winter. You want to have like all the setups recording every time you ride, every track you go. So yeah, we are really used to work with telemetry now. And the goal this year is like using them as soon as possible on the races, even maybe during quali and semi-final. So.
And are you allowed to use it in quali and semis as well?
Yep. Yeah. The rules are pretty much free for this.
Just not finals?
Yeah, no, not finals.
Okay. All right. And what kind of data will you take from this in order to help set it up? And sort of, is there a baseline setting I assume Amaury has as well on this?
Yeah, we have all the baseline, and then on the race week, you try to work around this baseline and just make sure everything is working well.
Okay. So I mean, out of interest, can you tell us what that baseline is? Like how many tokens or air pressure in the forks? What weight spring is he using? Things like this?
I'll keep the fork set up
Come on.
for me. But yeah, like a rear spring, we're running like 525, and really something like super plush, like like really the beginning of the stroke, really like free.
Yeah, okay. I mean, obviously, I don't know. Do you know how heavy is Amaury? He's a fairly stacked guy. He rides pretty hard. So, do you know, just out of interest, so the viewers kind of have some kind of gauge, how what sort of weight he is?
He's around 85, something like this, when he's fully
stacked.
Fully
when he's been to the gym.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, let's move on. Cockpit. What width bar are we running here?
800. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, big wide bars. 800s. Carbon bar as well, I see?
Carbon bars, yeah.
Carbon, man loves his carbon. TRP again. What have we got? 6-speed out back? What is that? 7? 7 speed.
Yeah.
7 speed, okay. I mean, simplicity, I guess. You don't need any more than that.
No.
Keep it nice and simple.
Yeah. You just like, as soon as you go out of the gate, then you ride like with 2 or 3 speed most.
Yeah, just in the middle of the block.
Yeah, in the middle, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. And I noticed actually you got some cool things going on with the number board here. Have you actually bolted something to hold the cable to stop it rattling in place through the number board?
Yeah, like every time, like, like the front brake line is hitting the number board, so just like small tricks now. So yeah, it's good.
All right, okay, let's sort of move further on, shall we? So what front chainring is that on this? Obviously we've got your high pivot going on there. What length cranks, sort of size chainring combo is that going on there?
165 crank and 36 sprocket.
Big legs.
Yeah, big legs. I mean, like with the mullet wheels, you tend to put like a bigger sprocket with the smaller wheels.
Yeah.
So like 36 is the way.
Okay, and I know obviously you, when it comes actually to the main frame on this, you can change the stiffness on that bridge on the rear triangle, can't you? Sort of. Will you test that during this race weekend, or have you tested it in the past?
Yeah, we tested in the past. We used to play with this device a lot. You know, if the conditions are changing, if the weather is changing, so you play a bit with that. So it's something more we can have on the race week for sure.
And what ones he got in there? Sort of the stiffest, the softest, most compliant? What's he running?
We kind of between the softest and the medium one. You know, like when you start to push, then you put like more stiffness a bit. Yeah.
Okay. And do you change size of idler wheels or anything like that? Will that always stay the same?
Yeah, we have a different position depending on what kinematic we are riding, and the size also of the idler is changing.
So you can actually move the idler wheel where it is, and not just the size of it.
Yeah, a bit.
Oh man, you guys have thought of it. Oh, okay. And then finally, I noticed we've got this physics saddle going on. Now you were telling me a brief bit about this off camera, but the physics saddle is like it's ribbed for your pleasure, so they don't slip anywhere, right?
Yeah, like they want to be like really stick to the saddle. You know, like the saddle when you ride is like it's a point that you need to feel in your legs and stuff. So so like, they want it to be like super grippy.
I mean, not just for sitting down, right? But also like when they're, because I see it flares outside. So when they're in the air, they grip it with their legs and stuff like that, throw it around, whatever. So the ridges sort of flow all the way down the side of the saddle, right?
Yeah, they make some move. They want to use the saddles a lot. So
nice. All right. Maxime, thank you very much for that super in-depth run through Amaury's bike. Number one plate on the front. Is it going to be number one at the race? I'm hoping it is. My fingers are crossed, right? Your fingers crossed too? Yep. Yeah, all right, dude. Thanks very much. Cheers, man.